2 days and counting. India v Pakistan, the mother of all cricket rivalries. The whole country, the whole cricket world is bracing for this contest. Yes, India has had the psychological edge, mentally perhaps, qualitatively India ahead, but who knows? What do they know of cricket who only cricket know? With me, two legends of Indian cricket. One who actually created the other in many ways, perhaps India's best captain ever, and one of India's best ever spinners. Saurav Ganguly, Harbhajan Singh, welcome.
The mother of all battles, the dream final. Bitter rivals India and Pakistan will clash for the title at the Champions Trophy. But unfortunately, ahead of the final, the ghost of fixing has returned to haunt Pakistan cricket. Pakistani cricket legend Amir Sohail has made stunning allegations, saying Pakistani matches at the tournament were fixed and someone helped Pakistan reach the final. When Sohail says Pakistani matches were fixed by someone, the big question is, just who is he hinting at? Is he saying that the ICC fixed matches? Truth is, Pakistan has been the epicenter of fixing in world cricket. The 2010 spot fixing fiasco saw 3 Pakistani players, including captain Salman Butt and pacers Amir and Asif, banned and imprisoned. Even earlier this year, the T20 League, the PSL, was rocked by spot fixing allegations. 5 players were suspended and international pacer Mohammad Irfan was handed a 1-year suspension. This is a man who did not learn to keep his mouth shut and was sent packing by Venkatesh Prasad in the 1996 World Cup. It seems even after 21 years, he still hasn't got it. With Hamza in Islamabad and Boria in Birmingham, your report, India Today.
Amir Sohail has alluded to some weird way, he's alluded to some fixing for Pakistan. How stupid can you be?
Yeah, it must be stupid, ridiculous. Somebody who's played the game for the country.
And captain.
And captain should be appreciating the way they've come to the final. What system these boys get in that part of the world? Nothing. There's no support, there's no structure, there's no first-class cricket. They don't have any international cricket back at their home. And who they have beaten? South Africa, Sri Lanka and England to get to a Champions Trophy final. And I find it absolutely ridiculous. It shows off the poor culture, the poor taste. And I know Amir well. I met him the other day at the conference and he's been a friend. But he should not be doing all this.
Exactly what Saurav said was my sentiment. That as a former captain, why do you want to denigrate your own country and your own achievement?
No, that's very wrong. If it's coming from some game for that long and being captain, he's, I'm sure, one of the respected cricketer in Pakistan. But if you do such stuff, you don't respect your own team, and obviously in the end you're gonna lose respect. And this shouldn't have been done by him, and not a right thing for Pakistan cricket. And of course you should encourage the team and wish them well for the final, but not these kind of stupid things and say this is done because of match fixing.
Virat Kohli leading the team with a mission.
Yeah, and you can see him. He's actually behaves like a leader. He's marshalling his troops well. He speaks the right words at the right time in press conferences, and then when he walks out in the middle with the bat, he's been remarkable for India. His captaincy, his intensity on the field. When he was fielding against Pakistan yesterday, it was unbelievable to see his intensity. I beg your pardon, Bangladesh at one stage were cruising 154 for 2, and then he brought the game back. So it's great to see. And as I said yesterday, I'm seeing teams around the world, and at sometimes when I see them the way they play, I feel, are they desperate enough to win this tournament? But when I see India play, when I see India on the field, whether it's Virat Kohli, whether it's Bumrah, or whether it's Yuvraj Singh or Shikhar Dhawan on the field, you feel that they've come with a mission to win this competition.
Virat Kohli in a run chase, always phenomenal. Yesterday again he proved that come a run chase, Virat Kohli, any total, not a problem.
Yeah, obviously he's the kind of a player who that kind of a pressure to be in. Wherever the pressure gets bigger, Virat Kohli gets bigger than the pressure. So he's been tremendous. He's been brilliant. Not just with the run chase, but overall. If I see him from his career, where he started and where he is today, he's been brilliant. Not just a batsman, but along with all the responsibilities now he have captaincy and other stuff. He's been brilliant. Too good a player to match.
As both Saurav and Harbhajan are saying, Virat Kohli has been absolutely brilliant. Take a look at what Virat Kohli has done in this tournament and for India before I come back and take more comments from my guests.
With the bat, he is effortless. On the field, he is ruthless. This Champions Trophy belongs to Virat Kohli. In a matter of 2 weeks, Team India showed they've ushered a new era with an all-round show at the Champions Trophy. And the skipper is certainly leading by example. If the Blue Brigade was an orchestra, Kohli is the fulcrum that pulled the strings together. Virat's biggest test as a captain came after India's setback against Sri Lanka. With a must-win clash against South Africa, would Virat crumble under pressure? Certainly not. His aggression rubbed onto his teammates as India choked the Proteas yet again. Virat's men were on a mission and they stuck to the game plan with a thumping win over Bangla Tigers. That has left his team on the cusp of something great.
I don't think there's much that we need to change as a team. I don't think we need to look too far away from what we are doing as a group. I think if we focus on our skills and our abilities and believe in ourselves on that particular day, then we'll give ourselves a good chance to go out there and do some good things for the team.
Anyone's watching. Another challenge for Virat was if the pressure of donning the captain's hat would have any effect on his batting. The opener against Pakistan answered a fair bit of that. Virat struck 3 half-centuries, in process completing 8,000 runs in the 50-over format.
And a second this tournament after that.
Ability, it doesn't go away in one day. He's a world-class one-day batsman, probably the best one-day batsman in the world at the moment.
He's a confident guy, and of course he likes those sort of challenges, big games.
In 4 matches so far, Virat has notched 253 runs, which includes 3 half-centuries and a highest of 96 not out against Bangladesh. And Virat will look to go one step further in the final against Pakistan, an opponent he relishes playing.
No doubt, और काफ़ी I think उनकी जो टीम है वो रिलाई भी करती है विराट पे, और इस दफ़ा उस पे I think प्रेशर भी होगा. एज अ कैप्टन वो खेल रहा है और इतना बड़ा टूर्नामेंट है, उसका पहला टूर्नामेंट है एज अ कैप्टन, और नो डाउट इस तरह की अगर आप विकेट लेते हैं तो टीम को वो काफ़ी फ़ायदा होता है.
It doesn't get bigger for Virat. Debut ICC tournament as captain, team in the final, up against the arch rivals. The legend of Virat, the batsman, has grown over the years and it's time to take it further. Sports Bureau, India Today.
The openers, enormously, how do I put it, on the money. Tremendous contribution from both.
Yeah, once again they've set the Champions Trophy up for India. They did it last time in 2013, and Rohit and Shikhar. That pull shot yesterday of whether it's Tashkent, I think it was of Tashkent. The pull shot of Shikhar Dhawan of Tashkent onto the deep square leg boundary for a 6 was an absolute statement. And it just thudded into the stands, and that's a long boundary at the edge.
66.
Yeah, absolutely. So they've really been remarkable. Congratulations to Shikhar Dhawan for becoming the highest run getter in the Champions Trophy.
This man was the highest run getter, the highest hundreds, everything in Champions Trophy was to him. So that's Saurav Ganguly for you, and Shikhar Dhawan, 663 if I remember from memory was Saurav Ganguly, 666 now Shikhar Dhawan. So yes, you continue.
Yeah, and he's got a final to go and a few more Champions Trophies in his career, because he's a young boy and he's a remarkable one-day player. So he will go a long way. His performances in World Championships for India has been outstanding, whether it's World Cup or whether it's the Champions Trophy. So both him and Rohit Sharma when he plays, looks like there cannot be anything easier than playing cricket, and that's the way it is. So they've complemented each other, left hand, right hand combination. And the best thing, which is for every world team to learn, who bats at the top of the order, because there are some terrific players at the top of the order. Amla for South Africa, Quinton de Kock for South Africa. England have Hales and it was Bairstow this game, and Jason Roy the other. There are some for Pakistan, and there are for Australia, Sri Lanka. You should see the way they go about their job. You know, India chased 264 yesterday, you know, without any risks. You know, there were deliveries to be hit, they just timed it, they were just simple pushes which just raced away to the boundary. The straight drive of Rohit Sharma, you know, the back foot punches of Shikhar Dhawan, and Virat Kohli came in, the cover drives. You could see at one stage you should actually do a split screen on a television commentary box with Shabir Rahman's batting performances in the first innings and Rohit Sharma, Shikhar Dhawan and Virat Kohli's batting performance in the second innings. And it's for every youngster to learn that if you have to survive at this level and play good cricket at this level, that's the way you have to bat. Minimum of risks, and you still get the maximum results. So it's a different class, different league with the way the Indians have batted in this competition.
Baju, you played with Rohit in the IPL. He wasn't in the best of touch, but when Rohit bats, it's lazy elegance at its absolute best.
Well, I've been playing with these guys, you know, almost, well, of course, I played a lot with Saurav.
No, you're not that old. Come on, don't make yourself that old.
Then I've been playing with all these guys, Rohit, Shikhar, Virat. You know, they are brilliant players. You know, in this era, they are the top batters to bowl to, and quite challenging, to be honest. You know, when I play against them, I find it difficult to bowl to these guys once they get going. You know, Rohit is a class player. There's no doubt about it. Obviously, he reminds me a lot about Inzamamul Haq. He used to bat like him, and he's batting up the order, you know, giving himself a little bit more time. In IPL, he wasn't getting that much of time in the middle. Straight away, you have to go there and start hitting the ball. But here, he's taking his own time. He's too good a player. Once he will play 20-odd balls, he's a different player altogether. So, class player, Rohit Sharma, once again, brilliant 100 by him. And Shikhar was brilliant. And Virat Kohli is an amazing player. There's no doubt about it.
You know, as we go into this break, here's a celebration of India's top three, especially Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan, the opening combination, once again doing the job for India. Back after a very short break with Saurav Ganguly and Harbhajan Singh.
They are one of the most fearsome opening pairs at the top. ICC tournaments bring the best out of them. In the Champions Trophy so far, Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan have performed their job to the T. The Indian openers are on a journey only the greatest have ventured on. Rohit and Dhawan are already third on the list for most successful Indian openers in ODIs. 58 innings, and they have a staggering average of close to 50. In terms of runs, they are behind the likes of Tendulkar, Sehwags and Gangulis. They both love this stage, particularly the Champions Trophy. After all, it was here in 2013 they came together, and since then there has been no looking back. In 2013 they scored 382 runs in 5 matches, and in the current edition they have already scored 384 runs between them, which makes it 766 runs so far in the 9th Champions Trophy games. The Indian openers have been relentless in their approach so far and seem to be just unstoppable.
The way Rohit and Shikhar batted, it just gave me so much confidence sitting in the change room. You know, these guys just went out, and especially Shikhar, I mean, the way he took off was outstanding. I mean, those two guys really, you know, dent the opposition mentally, and then you can come in and play your shots.
Rohit and Dhawan have been on a rampage so far. One more hurdle to cross and they will etch their names in the history.
Back after the break, the Indian captain in the post-match press conference sounding the bugle. Virat Kohli says can't wait for the final. This is what I love about Virat Kohli. Pushes it and pushes the button.
And everything straight up. You know, there's no hanky-panky. He will not say anything which you don't want to hear. He will just say what he feels. And that sort of honesty is very important for the team. He still, I would only suggestion from my part to him would be to just hold on to his energy. because he's so important as a batsman to this team. But that honesty is infectious, and it will spread in this team. And for all of you who will be covering Virat Kohli for the next 5-10 years, his press conferences, his media conferences, it will be an absolute treat, because you will hear what exactly happens, and you will hear what exactly is going to happen the next day. So that's the special thing about him.
Harbhajan Singh, closing comments. Couple of minutes left on my show. Does India have a psychological edge over Pakistan?
Yes, definitely. When you keep beating one team, again and again, you definitely have that advantage. So Pakistan must be thinking that, okay, why are we playing against India? Or they can challenge themselves to say, okay, whatever has done or whatever happened, that's gone. We just go out there and play this game and take it as a one-game kind of a tournament. And they will hope they will do better. But India definitely have advantage. And boys, as you said, Virat Kohli, itching to get there in the park to play that final. I know him. He's someone who just look forward for the challenges. He's a proper Punjabi putter who loves challenges.
Nice. Saurav, one thing we haven't celebrated is the Indian fan.
You see this Champions Trophy. They're only Asian fans. India were more than Pakistan when Cardiff the game before was absolutely empty, and I spoke to ICC and I said, listen, you got to have these big games in main venues. You should do the Champions Trophy at the Lords, at the Oval in London, because a lot of the Asians are it's easier access for them. But the semi-finals against England was just Pakistan fans. It was just green. And you go to India, you go to the Indian ground yesterday, there were a few Bangladeshis, but it's blue. And on the final on Sunday, it'll be green and blue, but I can bet you the blue will be a lot higher than the green. So
yeah, obviously they are the one who actually gets the game going, and also the players gets going because of the fans. And I would like to thank each and every one of Indian fan who comes and support the team, not just in the ground, but even wherever we guys goes. Thank you very much for being there and supporting the team, and we love you.